welcome back to Gabbing with Jessa. Today I have another tag video for you. I've been loving doing these tags, catching up on them from everything that I've been tagged in. And thank you so much to everyone who's tagged me and things. But today's video is going to be the reading habits tag. I was tagged once again by Max over at Max Reads, so thank you so much, Max, for tagging me in this. I'm going to leave his channel down in the description below, as I always do whenever I mention a channel. And you know what? Let's just jump into it. This is probably going to be another quick video, but I'm super excited to answer these questions so you can learn a little bit more about my reading habits. So the first question is, do you have a specific place at home for reading? Yes and no. I do tend to kind of read anywhere that I can. I have like this cute little reading chair in my room. It's one of the big like circle ones. I'll put a picture here of it, and I really love reading there, but I also read casually on my couch. I read in my bed, not so much in my bed because I don't like to like lay down and read because holding a book up, it's just hard. But probably my reading chair is where I really like to read. That is specifically where I do, like, that is for reading. That is my spot for reading and watching TV. But I haven't really watched a lot of TV recently, so it's mostly been for reading in my room. The next question is bookmarks or random pieces of paper. And now I feel like that I've matured as a reader. I definitely use bookmarks. I've been getting a lot of bookmarks, whether they're from Etsy shops or Book of the Month or for Christmas or anything like that. I have the little magnetic clip bookmarks. Those are a lot of fun. I have regular bookmarks, but I have definitely used receipts before, sticky notes, random pieces of paper. I've used everything to keep track of my books. And honestly, I just think any kind of flat thing kept in a book is good for me, as long as it doesn't, like, I don't like to like use the covers of books, like hardcover books, the flaps. Sometimes I do that if I'm desperate and I don't have anything and I can't find anything at the moment. But doing things like that I don't really like. But another thing I do not like is dog-earing pages. I don't know why. I like the pages to be smooth. I don't like them to be bent or anything like that. Sometimes if I get a book from the library and the pages are bent, that's fine. But if it's my personal book, I don't like to do that. And I'm not saying that I do that in library books, but if it is done in library books, it doesn't really bother me. But in my personal books, I really don't like bent pages. I just like the smooth crispness of a page. The third question is, can you stop reading anywhere in the book? Yes, but I don't like to. I like to try to either finish out, if it's a nonfiction book, maybe getting to like the next main title in the page. You know how nonfiction books can be broken up into different sections within a chapter, so maybe not completely finishing the chapter because those chapters can be long because there's so much information in them, but maybe getting to like the next title page. Or in a fiction book, I like to try to get to the next chapter, but if I can't do it, I sometimes go back and I reread the page, maybe if I stopped in the middle and I'm like, oh yeah, that is what happened, let me catch up on that. So I can stop anywhere, I just don't like to. Question number 4 is, can you eat or drink while reading? Drink, yes. Eat, no. Because again, I like my pages to like be crisp and clean, and so I feel like if I'm eating, that I could definitely get something on there. Maybe if I'm reading like my Kindle or from my iPad, I can read while eating because you just kind of swipe along instead of actually flipping the pages. But I think it's kind of hard sometimes, maybe this is me just being pathetic and weak, but to like hold the book down while I'm reading and eating, because I don't know, I like having two hands on my physical book, whereas like with the Kindle I can just put it down on the table and swipe, but I like to like be able to know that I'm holding the book and I've got it steady. But doing that while eating, I just feel like it's hard, and I don't like to like put my elbow down because then like sometimes you are missing the bottom of the page and you gotta keep moving it. I don't know, I just find it really difficult. And again, it's probably just because I'm weak. But drinking, I think it's fine because I can do that easily. It doesn't really distract me or anything because I like to drink a lot of water. It's an easy thing to do while reading, in my opinion, easier than eating while reading. And so drinking, totally fine. I can totally do that. Question 5, multitasking. Music or TV while reading? No, I don't like to do that. Sometimes if it is like a sporting event or during commercial breaks, yeah, I can read during those because it's not really something I need to pay attention to all that much, just something to kind of have in the background. Music, I don't know how people can like listen to like music with words and then also read. I feel like I would just get everything confused in my head. I'm not a huge music person anyway. Like, I don't really listen to the radio anymore, which is weird because I love like to dance and everything, but I don't really listen to the radio much anymore. I mostly listen to either like podcasts or audiobooks. And so I don't really know a whole lot about music coming out, but if I did have to listen to music for some reason while I was reading, it would definitely be something instrumental, so that way I don't get distracted by the lyrics. Okay, question 6, one book at a time or several at once? And before I would used to think, how can you read more than one book at a time? Like, that's nearly impossible. But if you check on my Goodreads, I have so many books going at once. I have like a few nonfiction books, but then I also have my audiobooks, and then I have my fiction books that I'm currently reading. I just think it's fun to have a little bit of a rotation. Nothing too much. Sometimes it feels like it's a lot at once, but sometimes they're just quick reads that I'm just like, yeah, this will be done and over with in a day or something like that, like whether it's a manga maybe, or a quick comic book or something like that. And so those I can easily get through and have multiple ones at once on there. It's really weird because I would never think before that I would be able to read multiple things at once, but now, like I said, if you look on my Goodreads, I'll post a picture of it here of what I'm currently reading. There's a lot there. All right, question 7, reading at home or everywhere? I can read anywhere, man. I've read on the speed line going from where I am into Philadelphia. I have read in cars, although I can't really do that much anymore. I get headaches more easily than when I used to when I was a kid. But anyway, I can read in the car, I can read on a train, I can read on a boat. You know, just Dr. Seuss it. Basically, if Dr. Seuss has said the place, I probably have read there. I do like to read at home because I can get a little more comfy, a little more casual, but on a plane, on a boat, on a car, in a car, wherever, like I said, wherever, I can definitely read. Okay, number 8, read aloud or silently in your head? Silently in my head. Unless I'm reading a textbook because I'm studying for something, then if I'm by myself, I like to read it out loud because the act of reading it out loud really does help it in your head to remember it better. And so if it's more factual things that I need to study, I will read out loud. But other than that, always in my head. Question 9, do you read ahead or skip pages? Not intentionally. Sometimes if I'm getting really nervous about an event, like I'll like my brain just automatically, if it's at the beginning of the page and I'm like, oh my gosh, what's gonna happen? I skip to like the last paragraph in the page and I'm like, why did I do that? There's still so much in the middle that I need to read. So sometimes unintentionally, because I'm just eager to find out what's gonna happen, I skip, but like I don't really try to do that. I try to keep it as just going right through, figure out everything that's going on, because then you might miss something, and even though it might be a small detail, it might be important. Even though you find out the big major event that happens on later on the page, you might miss some small little things that could be important later on, and then you're like, wait, where did I see that? Why is this important? Why is everyone freaking out about this? Oh, it's because I missed it in that 1 or 2 sentence paragraph that I shouldn't have skipped when I really thought what I wanted to get to was the big event at the bottom. And so I don't intentionally do it. Sometimes my brain just gets too excited and it's like, oh, we need to skip down to this part right now. Okay, number 10, break the spine or keep it like new. I try to keep books like new as best as I can, but if the spine does break, it really doesn't bother me. I mean, if you look at some of my old Harry Potter books, as these are the oldest books in my collection, like these spines are broken. You can tell about how much they are bent up and everything like that, but this doesn't really bother me that much. I think especially with books that I have loved, it just shows that they have been loved as well, that they have been read, and it really doesn't bother me. I mean, I'll try to keep books like new for as long as I can, but you know, pages start to yellow, spines start to break, but that just means that they've been loved, and I really truly love seeing that. And finally, do you write in your books? No, not directly in my books, but if I want to make a note about something, I will write on a sticky note and place it in the book, but writing in the book itself, no. Like I've said a few times in this video, I like to keep books as clean as possible. Even with my old books, like my Harry Potter books on here, I want to keep these books like as new as I can, even though, like I said, the pages are yellow and the spine is broken, but I don't like to write in them. I don't like to highlight in them. I just want to keep them as fresh and clean as I possibly can. Something fell out of here, and oh, it's a cute little Polaroid of me and my boyfriend at New Year's last year when we thought 2020 was going to be a great year. And then the pandemic hit like 2 months later. So Oh, that's cute. And that is all the questions for the reading habits tag. Thank you so much again to Max for tagging me. Did you guys do this? Let me know down in the comments below. I'll be more than happy to check out anyone's videos. I love watching tag videos and getting to learn so much about other people. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, keep on gabbing.